And I think what's been surprising to me in the recent election is that Trump very often would use as part of his platform this promise that he would build a border wall. He says, I'm going to build a border wall, and everybody would clap as if finally someone had arrived to build a border wall. But what's incredible is there's 700 miles of border wall already constructed along the U.S. Mexico border. That's about 1/3 of the entire border already has walls. It costs about $4 million per mile. In many cases much higher, but that's on average. They're made out of steel and concrete, in some cases recycled and repurposed Vietnam-era landing mats for helicopters to land on. And it uses an enormous array of technologies as well. Wi-Fi, infrared, there are aerostat blimps, motion detectors, and also about $3.4 billion has been spent since 2006. And also $49 billion will be needed to construct and maintain the border wall over the next 25 years. And so as an architect, we're always attempting to put this amount of money into context. Like, what else can $49 billion buy? And so it could buy 300 Seattle public libraries, or 204 Disney concert halls, or about 500 miles of the High Line. So when you contextualize that, you think about that kind of investment. What would it mean to have that kind of investment go into the borderlands between the United States and Mexico? And so we're wondering, early on, do we take a position that this wall is starting to be constructed back in 2006? Can we piggyback something onto this that makes it a little bit better? Do we challenge it? Like, what position do we take? But it dove us deeper into studying the border wall itself as a design project, as architecture. These kind of intersections, these landscapes, with a wall being put, it became part of what we began to look at as well. And so what we begin to do is sometime imagine other possibilities that had some level of poetics or irony or satire, or simply begin to institutionalize in some way through drawings and models events that were already occurring on the wall in the borderlands. So for example, thinking about the wall as a pedestrian and bicycle path that actually facilitated movement instead of prevented movement. And we did this through a series of objects we called souvenirs. Souvenirs that were just remembering this moment in time when a wall existed, with the intent that some of these, if they were proposals or they were memories of what's already happening, are all moments of opportunities to think of the wall as something else, to remove its meaning as a wall and implement new meaning that might eventually, with some optimism, dismantle the wall itself.